All right. Oh, microphone. That's helpful. So I'm so delighted that you all joined us this morning. My name is Erin San. I own Yoga Drink, and you are in my basement studio, San Salutations. This class is sponsored very generously by the Energy Club in Arlington, Virginia. Delighted that they continue to support wellness offerings online, not just yoga, but meditation, Tabata movement. They connect you to all the Les Mills classes as well. So you can get your body pump on, you can get your body flow on with, I guess maybe they're doing body pump online. Dina would have to chime in with more, but I know that they have classes all day, every day, and they're happy to welcome you, whether you're an Energy Club member or not. So thank you to the Energy Club. Today's class, I promised a Friday fun flow. So fun flow is going to be pretty heavy. It's going to involve some shapes that perhaps you've never put your body into before. So I welcome you to enter this practice with an open mind, bringing with you a lot of yes energy, maybe energy, rather than the energy of no. Energy of no carries a lot of resistance, right? And resistance builds up as tension and tightness in our body. But be a no and stay within the safe limits of your body as you practice. If your no is based on an old thought habit, like, oh, when they cue crow, I can't do that, right? Let that go. Let go of the can'ts and the shouldn'ts and the wouldn'ts, and just see what your body is capable of today. Because truly, when you enliven yourself to the moment, you breathe and soften into the body, anything is possible. And even if you're not getting into a full expression of one of the shapes that I'm cueing, you'll get somewhere along the way, and maybe that's a few steps further than you've ever been before. And so exploring new territory with this beginner's mind welcomes a lot of joy. Also, if you're a no, because you're protecting your ego, right? I don't want anyone to see me. I don't know how my belly's going to look when I do that. Let that go. Suspend all judgment, suspend all shaming, all criticism. Just love your body today. Love every bit of it, every fold, every nook, every cranny. Just love it all over and let it have some fun getting into shapes today. Okay? We make a promise? Okay. All right. So come to your mat. Sit in a Sukhasana, an easy seat offering Sukha, effortlessness and ease into the body. If it feels good to move a little bit before you settle, feel free to move a little bit. And then once you've found that center, that middle space where you feel like the left and the right and the top and the bottom are all sort of even and balanced, then just settle. You have arrived on your mat, willingly, consciously. You are awakening to your life. You're inviting the energy to flow through your body using the breath, inviting some curiosity, some playfulness, some mindfulness, some joy. And as you draw those wonderful things in, you're sending away that resistance, any shaming, sending away any tightness that you're holding physically in the body or mentally around particular thoughts. Bringing in patience, sending out restlessness. We're bringing in an open heart and an open mind and sending away any self-limiting beliefs, any lies that you've told yourself. Just let it go. When we cultivate a beginner's mind, anything is possible because we approach our practice with freshness, willingness. Notice the physical body. Notice the breath. How gently and easily it comes in and out. What a gift it is that our bodies breathe on their own. Bring both hands to stack upon your heart. In this space of love, we offer ourselves some tenderness as we practice today, being sure to listen to the wisdom of the heart, listening to the wisdom of the body, attuning to any physical needs or modifications, just letting this practice suit you best. And I want you to bring into your intention today something that helps you to feel connected to this self-love, this self-celebration that we're inviting onto the mat. I show up for myself. I love and accept my body just the way it is. I'm willing to take challenges today, knowing that they will feel good in my body. But I will listen to my body when it needs rest. Take a big breath into these affirmations. Let them go into the world. One more big breath. And release. Beautiful. Start to flutter the eyes open. Release your arms by your side. We're going to extend our legs out in front of us. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Sit up nice and tall. Reach that left arm high. So we're extending through the spine. And as you exhale, take a twist to the right. Hug the knee in. You can even come back into center and twist a little deeper, making this more of a dynamic stretch. Sometimes that helps you to find more space in the stretch. Or once you've arrived at what you believe to be your peak in the stretch, just stay there. Drawing the navel in. Big breath in. Full breath out. Nice. Come back into center. Open up that right leg so that the knee falls toward the earth. You can use a blanket or something to support that leg. And we're going to take a side body stretch, our revolved head to knee. So rotate slightly on the spinal axis. Extend the left arm inside the left leg. Right arm reaches up, opening through the right side body. And maybe you have a bind on your left foot, or maybe you're just reaching to open up the space. Careful not to collapse on the left side. So really lift up before you crescent over. One more big breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Your breath will be really critical today, particularly when we're holding or moving into shapes that are challenging for your body. The breath is what helps to open up the body so the muscle fibers soften, enabling the joints to feel more comfortable in their shapes so that you're not creating tension. Stress shows up as tension in the body, and that happens when you hold your breath. So make sure the breaths are really full and long today. So we're going to go through a little flow here. Right hand next to your right hip. We're going to sweep the right arm up to this, left arm up to the sky. Open up the hips and the heart. And as you exhale, you're going to lower the hips and reach over in a forward fold over that left leg. So inhale, root the right arm down, sweep the heart up, lifting the hips, bending into the back. And as you exhale, sweep the arms out toward the left leg, knee to nose, bow down, a little hamstring stretch. Take that 3 more times. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Last one, or 2 more, I guess. My counting is a little off this morning, so forgive me in advance. Beautiful. Last one. Big breath in and full breath out as you fold. Stay in the fold for an extra breath. And then we're going to lift back up. Extend your right leg to meet the left. Flutter out through the thighs a little bit. And then hug your left knee in towards your chest. Root down through the left hand. Sit up nice and tall. Reach up and exhale. Draw the knee in as you twist to the left. And again, feel free to make this dynamic, rotating in the spinal column until you find your deepest expression of a twist. Or stay still. Stay right there in the twist if you think you found it. Root down, rise up. One more breath. Wring it all out. And we come back, releasing the left knee. We'll take that revolved head to knee pose. So extend your right arm in front and inside the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. And if you feel like you're collapsing onto that right side, come back up, reestablish the spinal lift, and then start to crescent. Maybe there's a bind. There doesn't have to be a bind. If you notice that your left arm is kind of in view, draw it back. Feel spinning of the ribs just slightly up toward the sky. One more breath. And then we're going to start to float. So left hand next to your left hip. Sweep the hips up. If this is too much for you, then just leave the hips rooted and float from one shape to the next, bowing down over that right leg. Inhale, sweep back up again. And exhale, reach forward. 3 more. Move at your own breath pace. Take one more. No matter where you are, maybe you're moving a little faster, maybe you're moving a little slower. Honor your own rhythm here. Nice. Stay in that forward fold for an extra breath. Beautiful. Then come on back up. Extend both legs. Start to shake them out just a little bit once again. And we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. So maybe you cross the ankles. Maybe you go through a plank pose to measure out your dog and then lift up into downward facing dog. So arrive in your dog, however it feels most natural. And then once you get there, explore movement. Let the ankles sway, maybe shifting them to the right, shifting them to the left. Maybe you're pedaling out the heels, bending the knees. Just going to take a look at you. I welcome those of you who came in a few moments after we started. Just want to let you know we're happy you're here for this fun Friday flow. Please listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, or particularly if you experience pain, stop immediately. Take some rest. If it feels good and you're inviting yourself into that yes energy of doing something new and different, just expanding your possibilities, then breathe into it and have some fun. Nice. On the inhale, lift the right leg high. And as you exhale, step forward into a low lunge. Left foot joins forward fold. Bend the knees as you rise all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, bend the knees, chest to thigh, for a little drinking bird here. So your arms reach back, shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you come up onto your tippy toes, lifting the heels, challenging your balance. Gaze is down, neck is long. Take one more big breath and fold. Straighten the legs. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back to that low lunge. Step back to your high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. You can come all the way down to the earth. Keep the elbows close to the ribs. Press the earth away for a cobra pose. Always noticing the space you're creating in the neck. Pressing the chest cavity forward, rooting the hips down. Slide melt the shoulders as well. One more breath. Back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. Inhale, left foot rises. Step through, low lunge. Just take a moment there. Step the right foot to join, forward fold. Inhale, reach and rise up, all the way up. And as you exhale, bend the knees, chest to thighs, back to your drinking bird. Maybe you interlace fingers this time. Pull the fists up and away from the back. Maybe you lift the heels or keep the feet flat. We're melting the chest to the thighs. We're rounding a little bit through the upper back, gazing down. Take one more big breath and release the bind, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot comes back to join high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. That's your low push-up. Then inhale, press the earth away. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more big breath. And let it go. Look to the front of the mat, bend the knees. Take a little hop, feet to hands. Sweep all the way up, open up. Exhale, bend the knees really deeply, chest to thighs, reach the arms back. Inhale, sweep up, straighten the legs and the arms. And bow down. We're just trying to get a little movement into the shoulder girdle here. So lift up, open up, draw the arms past your ears. And exhale, bend and bow down. One more big breath in. And full breath out. As you inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, step back to a high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Press the earth away, open up the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're going to hear me letting off a lot of heat today because it takes a lot of work to narrate the practice like this kind of practice in particular as I do it. So thanks for being patient with all my breathiness. That'll just remind you to breathe. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, look to the front of the mat, bend the knees, flat back. Plant the hands and maybe hop back, bend the knees. Shoot the legs back, landing with the elbows bent, right at rib height. Open up the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Just building the warmth we need in our body. Bringing some increased circulation through the breath. Giving the muscles a little jolt of oxygen so that they will be happy today. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Look to the front of the mat and the knees. Feet to hands. Rise up. Dive back down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, step or hop. Take your chaturanga flow your way. Beautiful. Arriving in your downward facing dog. Breathe in. Let it go. As you inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, draw the right knee toward the right tricep. And just see if you can sit the knee on the tricep for a minute. And maybe make a little dip down, a little chaturanga dip. And press back up. Then send that leg back up. We're going to do that once more. Inhale forward. Knee to tricep. Little chaturanga dip. Woo! Back up. Send the leg back up. Nice. As you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. We're going to rise into a high crescent lunge. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Open up through the heart. So feel the tailbone rooting down. Feel the heart lifting up. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the next breath, look forward. We're going to shift into the right foot, bound warrior 3, with that leg extended behind us, hip rotated downward. So the hips are level. You can be as light into that right knee as you'd like to be. One more big breath. And then release the bind. Bring that left knee up towards your chest. Take a big inhale. We're going to twist to the left. So you can hook your right hand on the left knee. Open up a little bit. Feel how it feels to twist in your balance. Take another big breath in. Let a breath go. As you inhale, come back to center. Step the left foot back into your high crescent. Hands to the heart, reach forward, twist to the right. So hook your left elbow outside the right knee. Or if that's too intense for you, or anatomically that's not accessible for you, you can always bring your right or your left hand down inside the right leg and twist that way. All right, so from here, we're going to come back to a floating warrior 3 with a twist. So maintain your twist wherever you are. Shift back into the right foot. Lift your left leg. Be a yes right here. Trust yourself. Know that the wall's there to catch you. The floor's there to catch you. Take another breath. Beautiful. Release the left foot down. Unwind. Inhale up. And press down. Step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, left heel rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, slowly drawing the left knee up toward the left tricep. Take a little dip and press back up. Back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep. Take a little dip. Press back up. Back up. Beautiful. From here, step the left foot between the hands. Root down, rise up. Find a different way to weave the fingers together. It's that beginner's mind. It's like starting fresh. How else can I do it? Is how you ask yourself. And your mindfulness will always inspire curiosity and creativity, so you'll come up with a way that feels fun. Open your heart. One more big breath. Beautiful. With the bind, start to shift into your left foot, finding your strong warrior 3. So fix your gaze down below. That's your drishti. Press back into the right heel. Find a slight spiraling inward of the right thigh. There's a lot to think about, so show up for everything. One little body adjustment at a time. One more breath. And then slowly release the bind. Draw the right knee up, stork pose. And then we're going to twist to the right. So you want your hips to continue to point forward as the spine rotates on the axis to the right side. Extend through the neck, lift the crown of the head. Nice. One more breath. Come back into center. Step that right foot back. Palms connect. Reach forward. Twist to the left. Again, you're welcome to stay twisted in the lunge here or modify by dropping the right hand, lifting the left. All right, so strike up that yes energy, yogis. We're going to fly a little bit. So with the twist and with a lot of trust and confidence and courage to play, shift into that left foot, lift the right leg, and boom. Warrior 3 with a twist. Keep engaging in the right leg just as you were before. That helps with stability. Nice. One more breath. And release. Gorgeous. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, frame and flow. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. So you get there how you want to get there. And breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to take a little sit break here. From here, look to the front of the mat. We're going to hop our feet to hands. We're going to inhale, rise all the way up. As you exhale, bend the knees back to that drinking bird shape. You can weave the hands together behind the back if you'd like. Bend your chest down toward your thighs. Lift the heels, take another breath. And then if the fingers are woven together, release them, bring them down so that the wrists are under your shoulders. And again, you can measure out by turning your fingers toward one another, right where the big finger or the longest finger, the center finger touch. Then that's where you know your wrists are in the right place. Just rotate them back. We're going to play around with crow a little bit here. So you can lower the hips a little bit more. And we're going to draw the knees up into the armpits or up to the triceps and offer that little dip of the elbows like a chaturanga arm. And the key here is to look and lean forward and find a little bit of softness and roundness in the upper back by the shoulder blades spreading apart so that you're not constricting. You want to feel that roundness, like a little bit of a cat pose. But look and lean forward. And even if you're not lifting your toes, you just want to feel what it feels like to lean the knees into your triceps as you look and lean forward, because that, my friends, is an arm balance. And even if the toes aren't floating up by bringing the heels up toward the sit bones, even just feeling the shift of weight with the feet rooted, you're just a crow who's sitting. Crows don't fly all the time. They sit around. They check out the world. I'm going to check you guys out. There's something here for everybody. Nice, Deborah. You go, Nicole. I see those feet up. Beautiful. Hi, Caitlin. Marby, I see you working. Beautiful. Kathleen smiling. Where are those flowers, Kathleen? All right. We're going to take another breath here, just playing around with our crow. This is where you really exercise patience, courage, and playfulness. Have some fun. No shaming. All right, we're going to come on down and take a child's pose. So you can have your knees narrow or wide. Bring your arms by your side. Melt the third eye down to the earth. Maybe take a few really nice deep sighs to let out any heat. And just reflect on when you were playing around with your crow pose, were you breathing? You know, when we take on these challenges in life on and off the mat, and we become so mentally focused on the challenge itself, we lose our connection to the breath. And yeah, the breath will breathe itself, but that is exactly the moment when we need to harness control of the breath to help serve our body, to loosen up that tension that we're building around the challenge. We want to ease into it. It builds up a lot more comfort. We enjoy it a little bit more. It helps to work on your resiliency. So if your breath was constricted in any way, come back to a beautiful, long, full breath, both on the inhale and exhale. One more breath. Nice. From here, we're going to lift back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look to the front of the mat, bend the knees, step or hop feet to hands, and then rise all the way up, reach up. Slide the palms right through the midline to the heart. Okay, we're going to enjoy another little round of heart opening and with the option to do some arm balancing. So stop where you're feeling like that's just right for you and keep going if you're curious. So from your Tadasana, your nice, strong, tall mountain shape, where you are rooted down, you're lifted up, you're embodying the energy of the universe that's offered to you. We're going to shift the weight into the left foot and bring our right knee up toward our chest. Once again, stork pose. And then flex into that right foot as you cross the ankle over your left thigh. Bring your hands to your heart. From here, we're going to sit the hips back and down. So rather than jutting that knee forward, retract back. Sink low. Stick your booty out. Stick that booty out. It's Friday night. No, it's not Friday night. It's just Friday. Friday night will come. Just get the booty ready. I don't even know what that means. I'm just talking gibberish at this point. That's what happens when you talk to yourself in the basement for 49 days straight. All right, so your foot is flexed. So lots of options here for arm balancing. One is not to arm balance at all and just really enjoy this deep hip opener. Another is to start to float the hands down toward the earth, shifting. Let me go to, I'll show you on the side here. The other is to bring your hands down and start to fly in your pigeon with your wrists under your shoulders, bend into the elbows, look and lean forward and lift your left leg. And maybe you can extend your left leg back. Or I like to take a little firefly shape. Firefly invites you to start to twist, bringing your right tricep inside of the right arch of the foot. Here, let me do it on this side. Pardon all my turning and twisting. And then start to bring the hands down to the earth, squatting. Yeah. And we're going to take our grasshopper pose, not firefly, grasshopper. Root down and start to lift the left leg. So really shifting the weight into the palms, keeping the elbows bent, trusting that the twists that we've done have helped prepare your torso. And the breathing that you've done will help prepare your confidence and the muscle fibers for that deep opening. All right, so options: stay, twist, grasshopper, flying pigeon. I'm going to come see what you guys are doing. I see Lee's getting her side crow on. Eileen's getting her good hip stretch. Nice. Yes. Beautiful twist, Marby. Take about 3 more breaths and really tune into the fact, are you breathing? Are you breathing? Are you breathing? And we're going to come out of that just as gracefully as you got into it. For me, it wasn't so graceful, so I'm coming out of it just like that. And come back to your Tadasana, where you can shake out 10 to any knees. Maybe your wrists were bearing some weight there and you wanted to shake them out. Maybe it was your ankles. And then we'll come back into center, that space of equanimity in our mountain pose, where we're feeling balanced, left, right, up, down. Just coming back into center. And then when you're ready, you're going to root into your right foot. Start to invite your left knee up toward your chest. Standing nice and tall. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Hands to the heart and start to come into your figure 4 shape for starters. And think about what you'd like to do. You don't have to do the same thing on the other side. I know that I am historically much tighter on my left side because of some injuries. So what I just did on the right side is not accessible to me. And I'm being a no because I'm protecting my physical health and I don't want to get any more tears in my hip. So I'm going to just try something different. And that's okay. But you don't know till you try, right? So see if you can take yourself just a little further than your perceived edge today. And if you notice that it's not going to work, then be okay with that. But maybe you'll surprise yourself. Make sure you're breathing. Take 2 more breaths. I can tell you guys are having fun. I see some smiles out there. And we're going to go ahead and rise back up when you're ready. Uncross and shake. Nice. Very nice. All right, from here, we'll come back to the top of the mat. Take a big breath in. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift to a flat back. Plant the hands, step or hop Take your vinyasa flow your way. We'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. As you exhale, right knee to the right tricep once again. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, send it across to the left tricep. Straighten the leg. Lift that left arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, release the hand down. Lift the left leg up, or lift the right leg up. Open up. All right, we're going to do that one more time because that was a lot to think about. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee across the body. Shoot the leg out. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, send the right leg back up to the sky. Okay, let's do it once more because now you got it. You're like, I got this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, connect. Floating forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist and root. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, right leg back up to the sky. This time, step the left foot outside of, I'm sorry, I keep saying left and right is wrong. Right foot. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. And then we're going to play around a little bit with our Kundalini, our flying lizard. Or if lizard is enough for you, stay in lizard. I'm going to come at an angle here so you can see. So what we're going to do for our flying lizard, and you're welcome to bring the knee down and untuck the toe. In fact, if you have a block and you're new to Kundalini, I'm going to have you bring your block or a really firm pillow or a book or something and bring it right here underneath your left knee. All right? Right underneath your left knee. You're going to take your right arm and weave it underneath the right leg so that the hand comes to plant on the pinky side edge of the foot. And our flying lizard is really a test of courage, also of core strength and some arm strength. So we're going to start to bend a little bit into those elbows like chaturanga arms. And then create a little shelf on the right side and extend the right leg out to the side. And then you can lift your left toes from the earth. So essentially, this is your flying lizard. This is a great way to modify it so you can feel it in your body before you take the full expression. All right. And if your hamstrings are tight, no need to strain to straighten the legs. What we're looking to do is just offer the arm balancing so you really feel it in your arms and your shoulders. Yeah. Draw your navel up and in as you extend the legs in opposite directions. If you want to work on without the block, then you would begin to subtly shift forward and start to melt the heart down toward the earth while you press the earth away with the palms and lift that back leg. All right. I can't do it and talk at the same time. I'm going to see you guys play around with it. Give me a wave if you need any more instruction. Yes. Nice. Beautiful, Nicole. I'm sure you guys are all doing great. I can only see who I can see. So I see you, Lee. Get that leg extended. Yes, draw the belly up and in. Shift forward. Beautiful. You've got this. And even just finding the extension, even if you're not flying completely. I see that. Yeah, girl. Just notice where you're inviting the effort into the body. And then when you've had enough, we're going to bring the knees back nice and wide, coming back into a child's pose. And this time, bring your hands and tuck them through the legs with the palms facing up, the wrists facing down, and just tap the wrists a little bit. Coming back to your beautiful rhythm of breath. Coming back to this moment so that you're not filling your mind with thoughts about what you can't do, right? We're celebrating what you can do. And we have another side to enjoy. So we want to clear the mind once again. Be ready for all possibilities. You guys are awesome. All right. Take one more big breath. When you're ready, make your way back to downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up way high, melting the heels low. Find that spinal extension. And when you're ready, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to the right, cross it, extend the leg, peel the right arm up. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, that left leg back up to the sky. Exhale, forward, knee to tricep. Inhale, extend, three-legged. Exhale, knee across, extend the leg. Inhale, right arm up. Press the earth away. Really feel the obliques right there. Release the hand down. And then inhale that left leg back up. One more. Stay with yourself. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee slides across, leg extends. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, release. Back to three-legged dog. And then step the left foot outside of the left pinky. Preparing for lizard or a flying lizard, Kundanyasana. So if it didn't work on the other side for you the way you wanted it to, try it with that beginner's mind on this side. Make no assumptions, make no judgments. Just be present to see what is possible. So we weave, and I'm putting the block under my right knee just to show you that modification again. Weave the left arm under the left leg, hooking the back of the knee up on my tricep, shifting forward, drawing my navel up and in, extend that left leg, look and lean forward, and maybe I lift the right toes. Right there, boom, Kundanyasana. Or do it without the block. I like to do it with the block because my ego doesn't need to do it without the block. My body prefers to do it with the block. So what's driving your decisions today? Right? Nice, Caitlin. Beautiful. Keep breathing into the body. Take 3 more breaths. Notice the richness of the breath and how it can help soften the challenge here in the body. And we are going to come out of that, and we're going to meet in a seated position. So come on down to your seat. Yeah, and maybe you take the hands and swirl them around a little bit like this so that the wrists get some love and attention. We appreciate you, wrists. And then place both hands on your heart. Close your eyes for a moment again. Notice where you are. Are you still here with yourself? Celebrating all that the body can do, celebrating the shape of your body, the ways it can move. Or have you noticed any thoughts of deficiency or self-limitation creep in? And it's normal. Don't shame yourself for shaming yourself. Just notice if that's a typical thought habit of yours. And what can you do in your practice today, on and off the mat, to help quiet that voice that tells you that you're not enough? Because you are. You are absolutely, gloriously enough. You are beautiful. You are perfectly imperfect. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come back into a Dandasana, staff pose, where we extend the legs out in front of us. maybe moving some of the flesh away from the sit bones so you truly feel rooted and grounded. Nice. And we're going to play around with another little party pose. So we did a grasshopper variation from our figure 4 standing. I'm going to show you a seated baby grasshopper shape, which I really enjoy. So from here, we're going to take that right leg and cross it over the left. Yeah? Then you're going to take your left hand next to your left hip. Just feel the ground beneath you. And then we're going to take that right hand and reach, and it's going to involve maybe scooting onto your left hip. So scoot onto your left hip and reach your right hand out for a bind on your left foot. If you have a strap, this is a good time to use a strap. Great way to make it accessible. If you're feeling like this is too much, you can't find that leg, then and you don't have a strap, you can use a t-shirt or a towel or something to help make that connection. All right. So left hand rooted next to your left hip, right hand reaches for your left foot. All right. And we're going to start to, again, rock onto that left hip, look down, melt the chest down, and start to press into your right foot and your left hand, lifting your hip from the ground. So bend into your left elbow, hugging it into the rib like a chaturanga, and press into your right foot. Ta-da! That's your baby grasshopper. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. I'll show you that one more time with the right leg crossed over the left. Left hand next to the left hip, under the shoulder. Lean into that left hip as you reach for some bind on the left foot. Look down, melt the chest down, and press into that right foot as you lift the hips. Take a big breath. Stay here as long as you want. Maybe do a little whoop, whoop on your exhale. And then when you've had enough, let it go. And I'm just going to turn to the other side so you can see it on the other side. All right, just shake out. Just having some fun here. No expectations. All right, so from here, we're going to take the left leg, cross it over, root down into the left foot, root down into the right palm, shift into your right hip. So lift your left sit bone up. Your left hand reaches for something on your foot. All right, something on that right foot, that extended leg. Look down, melt your heart down, press into the left foot and the right hand, and boom. Even if it's just a centimeter, feel the lift. Breathe into it. When you're ready to come out of it, come out of it. And I'll guide you through that one more time. Left knee crossed over right. Right arm rooted. And again, just if you're carrying the energy of no here, what's holding you back? Right? Shoulder stacked over the ankle, or shoulder stacked over your wrist. Left hand reaches out for the right foot. Roll over to that right hip. Look down. Chest melts down. Press into the foot and the hand as the hip lifts. And breathe. Baby grasshopper. And release. Yeah? You guys good? All right. You guys are awesome. Come out of it when you're ready. We're going to roll down onto our backs. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees open. Arms can be nice and open. And let the knees flap like butterfly wings. You guys are fantastic for sticking with this practice, for trying new things. Take another breath. And then draw the knees together, step the feet wide, and draw the knees to kiss in the center of the mat as the feet step out wider than the mat. Just rotating the hips inward here, another little stretch into the hips. And then from here, we're going to bring our knees up toward our chest. I'm going to stick with the legs up the wall because I find this to be about as good as it gets. But if you want to take it into your shoulder stand. Be sure to come through plow first. I'll show you how to do it, and then I'm going to come right on back to this. But we're just looking for an inversion to help settle the body a little bit, quiet the nervous system, and help to increase the circulation of the lymphatic fluid through the legs and the hips. If you want to take a shoulder stand, palms root down. You're going to swing those legs up and overhead, starting with a plow pose. And don't look at me. Keep your gaze right by the thighs, or you can close your eyes. You want to keep the neck stable. Just listen. Your hands are going to come to your lower back and start to inch your elbows a little bit closer into the midline. And then when you're ready, support the lower back. Drive the energy into the shoulders as the legs begin to lift up to the sky. So you shouldn't be putting any strain in your neck at all. Shoulders, upper arms, core, legs. You can stay there as long as you want. When you're ready to come out through plow. It's a safe dismount. And then you'll roll back one vertebra at a time. All right, so again, I'm going to stay here and legs up the wall where I feel my entire spine rooting. I feel safe and stable, and it's really relaxing for me. So choose what you want to do, because this is your practice. Stay here for about 8 breaths. Take 2 more big breaths. If you're still in your shoulder stand, come through plow. If you're in plow, slowly release the hands and lower down one vertebra at a time, rooting your sit bones back into the same waterfall shape. And we're all going to lower the legs down to the earth. Point into your toes. And we're going to take a fish pose to end the practice. So slide your hands underneath your hips, propping up onto your forearms. Feel the elbows draw together once again. Feel the ribs lift and expand toward the sky. The head can tip back. Maybe the top of the head reaches the earth. Maybe. Let the breath really invite an expansion into the body, feeling your fullness and your vitality. Feel free to let go of the breath with audible sighs or lion's breath. Clearing out the throat chakra, leaving you ready to speak your truth today. One more breath. Beautiful. And this is when we unwind, melt down, relax the body, coming into our Shavasana shape. Our final resting pose, a pose that helps us feel present because we can feel where we connect to the body. But it's effortless at the same time. We just get to be. Let yourself be alive. Set yourself free. Have you been limiting your choices, telling yourself there are only a few options available? Have you been limiting your choices, saying you've seen and done everything you can in this world? Have you been limiting yourself and your life and then wondering why life is so limiting? Give yourself permission to experience and taste more of life. You are here to live your life fully, richly, passionately. The journey has been about more than cleansing, healing, and spiritual growth. You have a body, emotions, passion, and thought, and you are here to bring all parts to life, to connect the parts, and to fully live your life. So let yourself be alive. Partake in the abundance of the universe. You are sitting at a banquet table. Let yourself feast. Move on from monitoring, watching, limiting, and experience all of the life that you can. Start to bring some movement into the body. Start to deepen your breath. Slowly roll to one side. And then make your way into a comfortable seated position. Once you arrive there, press the palms together at the heart. And I just want to thank you for practicing with us today. I want to thank you for showing up with your yes energy. Thank you for exploring new shapes. Thank you for shining so brightly and adding light to our community. The love and the light within me honors the love and the light that shines within you. Namaste. So thank you so much for practicing with us today. Please let me know if you have any